Hey, what is going on, my fellow Sagittarius? It's Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I am going to be using the runic tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Sagittarius? Message do we have for Sagittarius? All right, Sagittarius. Do not shoot I don't know what I was gonna say. Don't shoot the messenger. Appreciate it. First thing I see is I feel like there's this past person. Now, I feel like with this person, first, I mean, we're coming right out the gate with this. No hesitation. I mean, I feel like this person, they either ended something with you for someone else, or they had an affair with someone else. And I feel like that shit fizzled out quickly. You know, I feel like it didn't end the way they thought it would. Now, almost like the grass is green on the other side bullshit with this person. But all of a sudden, the reason why I'm not, I feel like this person's keeping secrets. I feel like they're still keeping secrets. Even though I feel like this person is coming back, I feel like they're not going to be honest with you. You know, right off the get-go. Coming right at you with that, but they're not going to be honest with you. You know, I feel like whatever that other situation they had on with that other person, it fizzled out. It didn't pan out. So all of a sudden now they're coming back knocking at your door, chasing you around, you know, promising you whatever it takes to get you back. And they do authentically want you back, but I don't feel like anything in this person has changed. You know, I don't see any changes. I feel like this person is still holding secrets with that Seven of Swords. I know I don't always say the cards properly, but this is a Seven of Swords. You know, I feel like this person has their own agenda. And that's why they lie. They don't lie to save you your feelings, which maybe they might even tell you that. When you catch them in a lie, they might say, well, you know, I was trying not to hurt your feelings. They're trying not to get caught. Simple as that. You know, it's like one of those people that get caught doing something. You know, it reminds me when you get pulled over by the police and you say to the officer, you say, why'd you pull me over? And then he says, why do you think I pulled you over? That's that type of energy. It's like he's trying to get you to say something more than what he already knows. This person is like that in reverse. They try to figure out what you know, and they may cop to what you know, or wiggle their way out of it if they can. But at the end of the day, it's almost like they're trying to figure out how much you know and how much they have to admit to. Very secretive. Now, with this person, like I said, they are going to kind of try to come back to you. You know, don't be surprised if this person starts texting you or already has started texting you. Opening up communication, testing out where we're at here. You know, how pissed are you at me? Can I repair this? Now, like I said, this person, I mean, they just cause chaos wherever they go. You know, I don't feel like this person really gives a shit about anybody but themselves. Very narcissistic energy with this person. Like I said, they admit to what they have to admit to, and everything else they deny. I'm just getting that energy, you know, like when somebody says something, somebody tells you something, or you have a video. Better example. You have a video of somebody saying something, and then they try to tell you, they didn't say that. I didn't say that. And you play the video for them, and they still try to figure out a way to get out of that. Like, oh, that wasn't me, or it was taken out of context, or whatever. That's what this person's energy is. Like, they're always scheming. But with this person, like I said, I mean, it's a very hot and cold energy. I feel like they want you till they get you. Then all of a sudden they're back at their old bullshit again, their old player energy. And that's the cycle that we're going to continue to go with this person. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking is, if this person cheated on me, why I want to have anything to do with them. I'm not, you know, I'm feeling the fact that they're playing that down. They might even play it down like nothing happened. You know, I left them because I wanted you. I see all these scenarios playing out, but none of that's the truth. This person, I feel like it fizzled out because this person got sick of them. So what this person, your person does, is they come back to you because that's where they got love. And I feel like they're just going to do the same thing. I mean, it's the trickster energy with that magician in reverse. And what I mean by the trickster is just very much so like the magician. So you have the trickster, and they're over here showing you this. This is the reality they want you to see. Well, this is the real reality. You know, they're going to put a veil on it. They're going to want you to sleight of hand. They're going to want to see, they want you to see the narrative that they're putting out there. They don't want you to see the real story. Like I said, I feel like they're going to try to sell the fact that, you know, they missed you, or, you know, they couldn't go on without you. All that bullshit, but that's exactly what it is at the end of the day. It's bullshit. You know, they'll nurture you as long as they have to get back into your good graces. This person will show up, bring you gifts, call you up, say nice things. You know, kind of hit on maybe some old memories that you had together, some old happy memories. They'll try to bring all that up just to get in your head. And they're going to nurture. They're going to do that until they get where they want. Once they get themselves back in that door, we're going back for round 2 of the same shit. And I feel like this person's emotionally unavailable. You know, they're coming back to you because that's where they feel comfortable. You know, I feel like, authentically, I do feel like they feel a connection to you, but it's not a love. And like I said, with that magician, one thing about a magician as well is sleight of hand is very quick. So I feel like this person's going to want to move quickly. You know, and I feel like I said, how much you know of what they've done behind your back is still up in the air here. Because I feel like that part of this is them trying to gauge what the hell you know. You know, like, what did you hear? How much do you know the story? And they want to figure out how much you know the story, because that way they can twist it and manipulate it in whatever way works best for them. But like I said, this person's they're gonna continue to hound you until you put your foot down. You know, they're gonna want to take you out. They're gonna want to, you know, give you gifts and buy you things and maybe write some nice poetry. Maybe write you a love letter. take you places they know you like. The problem with a past person is they have kind of like a playbook on you. They know you to an extent. So they kind of know how to wiggle their way in. And that's what this person is doing. They're just trying to wiggle their way in. Trying to act like they made a mistake. They didn't make a mistake. The mistake is that they chose poorly. Like I said, it's that player energy. And I feel like with this person, if you allow them to, they will continue to hurt you. You know, this isn't a one-trick pony. We're going back to the same story over and over again. Once this person gets a little bit of interest from someone else, they're gone again. And I feel like that's what happened in the past with this person. Someone showed them a little bit of interest, and they fell into it. You know, they're trying to convince you that they have this deep connection with you. They're going to try to convince you of it because it helps them manipulate their narrative the way they want it to. I don't see any deep connection with this person. Honestly, I feel like part of you knew this person was coming back. I feel like you knew this moment was going to happen. You knew this was all coming. But like I said, I feel like it's a vicious circle that will continue. You know, you put this relationship on a wheel. You know, the bottom of the wheel is this bad shit happening again. Yeah, we're going to go all the way around. We're going to get back to there again. It's going to happen again. This is not someone I feel like you can trust. That's just my opinion. You know, and not to say energies don't change, people don't change, but I'm not liking this person's energy whatsoever. But that's just me. That's my opinion, and it matters nothing. So don't take it. You know, take that like when you're in court, when you watch those court shows and they say, jury, disregard what they just said. With this person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we got Capricorn. You know, we have some Aries, some Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Scorpio. You know, it's a familiar game, and I have a story like I always do. That's the end of the read for anybody that was just here for the read. I appreciate you, love you, be good. Anybody that's sticking around, I appreciate you too, obviously, but I just wanted to let that know because I know a lot of people don't want to hear my stories. But this is story time. Anyway, so there was a friend of mine, and he was in love with this girl. You know, this is how all great stories start out. But anyway, he's in love with this girl. And me and him were really good friends. And like most men know, and any women watching, men don't talk to other men unless they have a really strong connection. You know, you don't really talk about things, which is something I actually talked about Rose the other day. But anyway, he was with this girl, and you know, he worked 12 hours a day. They had a kid together. They lived together. Anyway, he found out she was cheating. So he told her, you had to go. And she didn't fight it. She left, moved in with the other guy. 3 months later, she goes knocking back at his door. She said, you know, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You know, I left him. You know, he wasn't who I wanted to be with. I was just confused. They got back together. A few months later down the road, he runs into this guy. And the guy said that she cheated on him with somebody else. So, in a one night stand, so he kicked her out. And that's when she came back to him saying that, you know, she left him, which wasn't the story at all. She had nowhere to go. So she came back to him because it was stable. You know, he had a good job. He had a house. Anyway, they fought about that, but they stayed together. Like, he was really dedicated to making it work. A lot of people call him foolish. I never judged him for that because it's love can blind you. Absolutely. And he loved her. That was the mother of his child. So they stayed, you know, they were together. They worked through it. Probably about a year later, she did it again, and he had enough, and he sent her away, you know, told her, you know, you need to go. This isn't working. I can't be a father and work my ass off while having this shit in my head all the time. I just can't fight through this anymore. You know, the thought of you being with somebody else is too much. So anyway, they were apart this time for almost a year and a half. She finally, you know, got back into his head. And she said, listen, I'm older now. I just want my family back. And she used all the things that she knew that he would soak that right up. Now, present day, they're still together. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like I know the two of the guys that she cheated on him with. I met them. And one of them, the first one, wasn't a bad guy. He didn't know anything about the relationship she was in. He didn't even know she had a kid. The second one was he's a real town winner. And I hope you pick up the sarcasm there. You know, he's in hard drugs. And, you know, he's in and out of jail. There's no stability. And in my honest opinion, I don't judge. And, I mean, I hope she did grow. The point of this whole story was the fact that there's some people just know how to play you. You know, they have the key to your heart, and they know how to play it. You know, when you can think all you want that no one can play me. I thought that way. I was in a relationship where I got cheated on. I mean, it happened all really quickly. She cheated on me. She told me that night. We were done. Shit hurts. But fortunately for me, I wasn't that connected. So it is what it is, but I've never done that to anyone. I've never cheated because I just don't, that's not me. You know, it's not me. I'm above family. I'm above family above all else. You know, I want to build something with someone. But the thing is there's some people out there that they don't know what they want. It doesn't make them bad people. But if you're going to go ahead and be physically intimate with someone else while you're with someone that you're claiming to love, be real about it. You know, own up to it. Like I said, in relevance to this read, I feel like this person is very similar to my friend's girlfriend. You know, I feel like, you know, she wasn't getting enough attention at home. That's just speculation. I mean, this is something me and him talked about. This isn't my speculation. This is what he thinks. She wasn't getting enough attention at home because he was always working. She was home with the kid all the time, which she chose to do. And she wanted to go have fun life, you know, have fun in life. She felt like she had to sow some oats. But the thing is that she came back saying that she left him when he found out, because it's a small town. He ended up running the guy, like I said, a couple months later, and the guy told him that he kicked her out because she had cheated on him. Love can blind us sometimes. It doesn't make you a bad person. You know, I felt very weak when I got cheated on. It's very detrimental to your health, your mental health. You know, you feel worthless. You feel like, why would somebody do that to someone else? I mean, that was early on. That was one of my first semi-real relationships like that. Lasted a fairly long time. So, I mean, it still hurt, even though I wasn't completely committed. You know, I wasn't ready to settle down with her. I didn't see her as my future wife, but it still hurt. And like I said, I put her I put her in check right away. Like, as soon as she told me, I was like, you know what? I appreciate you telling me, you know, and I'll always appreciate that part of her, because she did come to me right away and tell me, which a lot of people don't have the balls to do. But honesty doesn't trump not being loyal. You gotta have it all. But anyway, I know this is a long ass story, but I don't know if you guys care. But the thing I was gonna say about what me and Rose talked about the other day was, I was saying how I can be in a room, how this has to do with guys. This is what girls don't, women probably don't know about guys. I could talk to a guy for an hour and not know a damn thing about him. You know, I went to the store the other day. The reason why I brought it up is I went to the store the other day and I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I remember him saying, you know, I said, how's your brother? He said, oh, I haven't talked to him in a few years. You know, we haven't been getting along, you know, and I said, okay. And then we talked about fishing and some other things, and then all of a sudden I came home and I told her, I said, I ran into him, and I asked him about his brother, and he said, I talked to him in a few years. She goes, how come? I said, I don't know. And she said, that's the difference between girls and guys. Girls would either want to know, or the girl telling the story would tell them. I can have a conversation with a guy for an hour, 2 hours, and never know the damn thing about him, but things he likes. It's just funny what women and men talk about. It's very different. You know, I know she went to get her hair done one time, and she knew everything about the hairdresser. The hour-long appointment, she knew everything about the hairdresser. She knew all these details. I'm like, how do you know all this stuff? She goes, women talk. Men really don't talk. We talk. I've talked to a guy. There was a guy, I was waiting. I can't remember what I was waiting for. Oh, I had a doctor's appointment. I was waiting for the doctor, and you know how doctor's appointments are, where you know, they tell you to be there at 2, and they don't see you at 3. Anyway, this day was really long. It was like 3:30 before I got in. So for like an hour and a half, me and this guy were talking. And as I'm driving home, I'm thinking, I don't even know the guy's name. Because I seen him again one day, and I talked to him, and then we walked away, and Rose was like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, you just had a conversation with him. Anyway, that was just a little tidbit for you. Little insight to men. We're very different creatures. But like I said, like she said, if I went into a girl and she said she didn't talk to her family for 3 years, either that girl wants to tell me why, or I ask why. Or we're getting to the why. I said I didn't even care, really. But anyway, be good. Take care. Sorry for my long, drawn-out stories. I'm not really sorry. I mean, you can turn me off anytime you want. Anybody that stuck with me this long, though, appreciate you. Appreciate all you, but just a little bit more if you stuck with me. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.